you, Chair. The purpose of our remarks is to explain the background to and the need for the amendments to the Home Building Finance Bill 2018 in relation to local property tax that have been tabled by the Minister for Finance. The changes that are encompassed in these amendments are required firstly in relation to an extension of the mortgage interest deferral relief for local property tax liabilities for 1 year in respect of 2019 local property tax liabilities. Secondly, they involve continuing to provide for the administration and collection of local property tax by employers in line with PAYE modernisation changes that are due to come into effect on the 1st of January 2019. County Corla has ruled that provisions concerning the local property tax are not appropriate for inclusion in the Finance Bill. As proposed provisions must have an operative date of January 1, 19, they need to be provided for in law before that date. Hence their proposed inclusion in the Home Building Finance Ireland Bill 2018. Currently, in certain circumstances, it is possible to defer the payment of local property tax liabilities. Deferral is most commonly availed of by property owners whose annual income is less than $15,000 for a single person and $25,000 for a couple, whether this is a married couple, civil partner or certain cohabitants. This income threshold can be increased in the case of property owners paying mortgage interest. In relation to such mortgage interest payees, the higher income threshold will cease to apply for tax years after 2018, unlike the standard income threshold that will continue for an additional year. The next valuation date for local property tax is 1st November 2019, which will determine tax liabilities for the years 20 and 21. Arrangements for this are currently being considered as part of the review of the local property tax being carried out by an interdepartmental group, as well as how payment deferrals will operate in the future. Pending the Minister's consideration of the report of the review group and any government decisions that may arise therefore, the higher income threshold applied by Section 133 of the Finance Local Property Act 2012 is being extended until 31st December 2019, in line with the standard income threshold. This amendment is contained in Section 36. The bulk of the amendments are necessary to allow for the continued collection of local property tax when the PAYE system is modernised with effect from January 1, 2019. There are a range of methods for paying local property tax, and as many people choose to have their local property tax liability deducted from their wages under the PAYE system, this will be affected by the PAYE modernisation project. This project is the most significant reform of the PAYE system since its introduction in 1960 and is designed to deliver benefits for employees, employers, policymakers and to revenue commissioners. Pay modernisation is designed to ensure that employers, employees and revenue will all have access to the most accurate and up-to-date information available relating to payment of wages, income tax, PRSI, USC and local property tax deductions. This will ensure that the right amounts are collected at the right time from employees and that employers pay their correct liabilities when required. It will further allow revenue to manage taxpayers' records in an effective manner to ensure that the individuals pay only the correct amount of tax and that the individual gets the full benefit of their entitlements during the year. The PAYE modernisation changes were introduced by Finance Act 2017 and involved the move for employers to a real-time electronic system for engaging with revenue from the 1st of January 19. As will happen with income tax, PRSI and USC, employers who are directed to deduct local property tax from the salary of a liable person will be required to notify revenue of the making of the relevant deduction on or before the making of salary payments to that liable person. Employers must also file a monthly return to report the local property tax deducted each month. The changes to the collection of local property tax mirror income tax changes introduced in Finance Act 2017. The changes do not make any changes to the local property tax system itself. Rather, they simply involve change to the way in which local property tax deducted by employers is reported to revenue, and the documentation to be used for this purpose. The tax itself will be deducted at the same time as heretofore, and the amount will be exactly the same, with no changes in rates, computation or reliefs. The local property tax related amendments are procedural and technical in nature and are necessary to facilitate the continued operation of the PAYE system, including deduction of local property tax by employers and its remittance to revenue. The legislative changes underpinning the continued administration and collection of income tax under PAYE modernisation were enacted in Finance Act 2017. The changes proposed for the Home Building Finance Ireland Bill 2018 simply mirror for local property tax the changes already enacted for income tax in Finance Act 2017 in this regard. I hope my remarks will have been of assistance to members. We will have an opportunity at committee stage of the Home Building Finance Ireland Bill 2018 tomorrow to discuss further. Thank you.